So today we are going to share with you our top 5 tips on how to stay comfortable, warm, and cozy and live in your RV full time in this snowy, cold, 20-degree weather. And it's brought to you by the Coasting Castaways Eskimo for the day. So stay tuned. Welcome back to Coasting Castaways. My name is Jen.
And I'm Barry.
And today we are going to share with you our top 5 tips on how to stay warm and cozy in your RV in the winter. So we are in Kentucky actually, and we came back a little early. We didn't expect all this snow because he had a gender reveal. He's going to be a grandpa. So we are in Kentucky early, and we usually don't have snow like this, so we never thought we would be living in our RV in the snow because we chase the warmer weather. But here we are.
Yeah, so we're just going to talk about a few things that you can do to make it more comfortable if you get in this situation where you're either on purpose or accidentally caught in this kind of weather. So one of the first things we're going to talk about is our water and how to have water on hand and keep from that water freezing.
Yeah, so we got a little lucky because we're staying on his parents' property.
So yeah, we're mooch docking, driveway surfing,
driveway surfing, whatever you want to call it.
Whatever you want to call it, but we're on 30 amp service and we do have access to water. So, but when the temperatures get below freezing, you know, you're gonna have to have a heated hose, or you're gonna have to do what we do to keep your water from freezing.
Yeah, so we have our, what's this called? What's this hose we use? Zero G. That's our basic hose, so we didn't get the heated hose.
Yeah, we have 100 feet of 0G hose that we currently use, and that's just what we've always had. But so to keep our water, of course, from freezing and keep the hose from freezing at night or before it gets cold enough to freeze, I just unhook the water. I just make sure our tank is full the night before or whatever, just to make sure we have water through the night. And so I just switch it from city service to dry camping and make sure our tanks are full. And with the heated underbelly, if you've got a newer RV, most all of them have a heated enclosed underbellies, and plus with the Grand Design, they do run heat ducts to that underbelly, so that helps keep it above freezing. So right now we're dealing with like 20-degree temperatures, and tonight it's actually supposed to get down to about 12. So we just, during the day, if it's warm enough, if it's in the 40s or so, I'll leave the water just hooked up to the city connection, and then just make sure I put it up at night so it don't freeze.
Yeah, I'm not a fan of winter.
Not a fan.
He can tolerate it a little bit better than me.
Okay, so one of the other things we utilize when the temperatures dip down into the 30s or the 40s is our fireplace, which of course is electric. So during the day we'll keep this on 71 or 75 and keep the furnace set at like 71, 72. So this, for the most part, it'll keep it warm enough in here where our furnace won't kick on, which will help save us on propane during the day. But then at night, if it gets cold enough, if it gets down in the 20s or the teens, we'll leave this on as well as our furnace, and we'll leave this on like 71 and our furnace on 73 or 74. because we still want our furnace to cycle so that it blows that warm air into the underbelly, which helps keep our tanks warm and keep stuff from freezing. So using an alternative heat source like something electric, like our fireplace, is a good way to help save on propane, you know, during the day when the temperatures aren't as cold as it is at night. So it's another good tip for staying warm when it's cold outside.
It also helps keep it throughout the entire RV warm throughout the night, because the puppies stay in the living room and we're in the bedroom.
For nights it gets really, really cold. We'll leave this on in here for them as well so that it's not so cold. So one of the things you may have noticed if you camp in colder temperatures is condensation. So you'll get condensation build up on your windows, and it'll just be more humid. So where you're trying to heat the inside and it's cold outside, it just creates a lot of humidity inside. So one of the things we bought to help combat that was a dehumidifier, and this particular one, we can set it anywhere between 30% and 80% humidity. And so the ideal humidity for comfort and health is between 40 and 50%. And in the winter months, it may have to be even a little bit lower than that to keep the condensation down. So one of the bad things with, of course, humidity is the moisture that builds up, which can allow mold to grow. So that was another reason we wanted to dehumidify, is just to keep the moisture content down, which also helps us keep it warmer in here the less humid it is. So this particular one I think is good for, it was like 1,000 square feet, which we're nowhere near that. We're about 200 square feet. This may be a little bit overkill for us, but we just wanted to be able to get as much moisture out of the air as possible. And one of the cool things about this one, like I said before, is you can set the temp or set the humidity level that you want. So we currently have it set on like 40%, which seems to work pretty well. We still get very mild condensation on the windows, but it has a removable tank on the back which holds 1.8 liters, which it does have a shut off. If it gets full, it'll shut itself off. Another cool feature is this hose that you can hook up. You don't even have to take the tank off. You can just hook it up, and then we set it here at night so that we can just drop this into the sink, and then it can just run continuously, and we don't have to worry about it shutting off during the night. It can just drain into the sink, and we don't have to worry about it. So we got this particular one off of Amazon. I think it was around $130, but we'll put a link in our description to our Amazon store, and you can check that out if you want. So once you turn it on, of course the fan's going to run because it's going to draw air in, and it's going to tell you what your humidity level is. So it'll take some time for it to cycle through. So you can choose your fan speed, high or low. You can put it on a timer, and then on your settings, so I've got it currently set on 40, but I can go to 45, 50. I can scroll through here and pick whatever humidity level I want it to be at.
Welcome to our bedroom. So one of the ways that we stay warm here in nighttime in the bedroom is to use this electric blanket. We just recently bought this, and one quick tip I want to tell you is if you have a queen bed and you don't want to spend the extra expense for a queen blanket, just go for a twin. This right here, it's a twin blanket. It is a 62 by 84 inch, and it fits perfectly. So we thought we would try this because tonight it's supposed to be down in the 20s, which is super cold, and we just put this on our bed. So I'm going to show you how it works. So this is the control for our blanket, and for some reason we have outlets at the ceiling, but we just plug ours up here in the ceiling because honestly we don't hang out in the bedroom throughout the day. We're only here at night for sleeping or whatever. But anyway, this is the outlets up there. This is the controls. So the blanket is right under here. There's our blanket, and as you can see, it plugs in right here. It's super thin, which is really nice because it's not bulky and it's soft. I had to have a plush one and soft. So it's got wires in it. So what you need to consider is when you're doing your laundry, don't go to the laundromat and use the commercial washers because they will destroy the wires in here because the water gets so hot. It just damages all the wiring. So keep that in mind. You want to use a residential washing machine. The combo washing dryers for RVs should be perfectly fine. We use a lot of times, we just go to the RV park laundromats. Most of the time they don't have the big commercial washers that the laundromats have, so those should be fine as well. We just washed it in the a residential washing machine, so we haven't tried it at the RV park yet. So just keep that in mind if you're going to get one of these. But it plugs in here into the wall. Here are your controls. So this is the button. Just push right here, turns it on. We tried 4, so we kept it on 4. It works perfectly, keeps us warm, but you can try it out for different settings. Depends on how cold it is and how cold natured you are at night. I like to keep it cool in the bedroom at night, even though I'm cold natured, and use a ton of blankets. But you have 10 options, so just kind of work with the way you are. And it's got an auto off, so it will cut off in 10 hours on its own. So that's a good safety feature. So what we do is we have our quilt, then we have our electric blanket, we have another blanket, and then we have our sheet underneath that as well. I personally like lots of blankets, like I said, so I use this too, just because it's nice, soft, and cozy. Barry doesn't use it, just for me. But anyway, like I was saying, on getting a twin over on a queen bed, it goes all the way just right to the edge. So it goes all the way up, down, and it fits perfectly. So you don't have to worry about paying that extra expense to get a queen for a queen bed, unless you want it to hang over farther. We didn't care, we just wanted that heat source on us at night. So there you go. And you put in the comments if you decide to try out an electric blanket, or if you have your own source of different kinds of heat in the bedroom at nighttime when it's really cold. We are trying this Sunbeam, and like I said, that we just recently got it, but we're perfectly happy with it. It works out, and it's nice and soft too.
So in doing our own research about camping in our RV during cold temperatures or during the winter, is these roof vents allow a lot of heat to escape. So of course heat rises, and there's really no insulation barrier that would keep your heat from just escaping out through those vents. So one of the things we're going to try is, I just took down the shield, the trim piece that goes around that, and I cut a thin piece of foam backer board, basically. It goes under vinyl siding, basically. So I laid this out and just basically traced it from the inside, and then just cut it out. And then this will fit in here nice and snug. And then hopefully this will help retain some of the heat loss that we were having before going through the vent in this And then if we still need to use the vent, then we can just simply pull this out and use the vent like normal. But we'll give it a try and see how it helps.
So that is some of our tips for you on how to live comfortably in your RV in the winter, in the cold winter. So we hope this helps you out. Make sure you put in the comments if you have any other tips that we didn't come across or that could help us or anyone else. And we would love to hear those. So if you like this video, please hit that thumbs up. Give us a like and a share if you think any of your other RV friends would be, it would be helpful for them as well. And don't forget to hit that subscribe button. And we will see you next time.
So one of the other things we utilize.
It's okay.
Give you a picture.
Say hi. She wants to be in it. Come on.
Hello, Dad.
Come on. Come on. You made it in the bloopers.
Come on.
Lay down right there. Okay.
So one of the other things we use is our fireplace, which of course runs on electric. So during the day, we run this to help keep the temperature